Accept these 3 things and create the love you want. What are these 3 things? They're not the exhaustive list, but I'm going to be giving them to you short, sweet, and in a hurry, and I will see you right after this. You know, sometimes we overcomplicate relationships. We make them harder, more difficult, more prolonged than we really intend or want to. And that is because we don't understand that often relationships are really built on pillars. They're built on just certain things being present, and then all of the other stuff are negotiable. Now, for us to even go anywhere close to building and creating a beautiful relationship, what we have to do is understand that no one comes ready-made. There will not be a ready-made package. Everything that you would want and need in a man is not gonna come in one package deal. We are gonna have to ask for our needs to be met. We're going to have to get a man based on whether or not he meets our core needs as a woman. Once we know that he is capable of meeting our core needs, that we work out with a coach or with ourselves or on the challenge. There's so many places where I've taught how to get your core needs, but if you want to book a coach, feel free to do that. Really knowing what your core needs are, and usually just having 5 of them, is really important, because as long as a man can meet those core needs, every other thing that you wrote on your list is things that you need, yes, but they're not in the hierarchy of needs. Because remember, we only get 51% of what we want in a mate. That is if we are really good at selecting a good one. And so we must understand that there is no ready-made package. I hear this all the time from my clients. When I get my husband, that one man in the whole world that I have been waiting to meet, he's gonna be the perfect package. He's gonna be everything no man has ever been for me. He's gonna be everything that was lacking in all my relationships and everything I desired in my relationships. When I meet my husband, he is going to just deliver. When I meet the one, he is going to deliver. I hate to break your bubble, sweet one, but this will not be the case. Men are humans. They come with flaws. They're fallible. They're weak in areas where you wish they wouldn't be, and they just don't get things right. The relationship matrix is about realizing, first and foremost, that really I may keep tossing them back into the river thinking, well, you are not the full package. But there is no such thing when it comes to human beings. You watching this video right now in this moment are not the full package. Maybe you are absolutely gorgeous, but maybe we need to work on a bit of attitude. Maybe you're gorgeous, but maybe older. We all come with something that doesn't quite make us the full package. I happen to think that is the glory, that is the beauty of romance and relationships, this idea of imperfect perfectness and 2 people accepting each other's flaws. This is not about accepting a toxic or harmful person in your life in order to create some romantic notion. It's really about saying, even the most high value woman in the world has things about herself that are lacking. Using myself as an example, I think I'm a cool girl. I think I'm worth knowing. I think I'm an asset to any man. But if that man wants to have children, that's not something that I can provide for him. It's not something I want to provide for him. If that man wants to stay home wife who's going to cook and clean and make sure that everything is tidy, I'm not going to be that wife for him. I'm the wife who is going to hire a cleaner and a cook. I'm that wife. I want to make sure it gets done, but I'm not gonna break my nails doing it. Okay, I jest, but really I do. I get help. I'm a single woman who gets help because I run a business that keeps me busy 24/7. I have a YouTube channel, I have content to create, I have people, I have clients, I have staff, I have teams, I have a lot going on. I simply cannot invest 3 hours a week to be cleaning my house, so I get people to help me do that. So I may not be the full package for some guy. Maybe some men like some, you know, see the woman with gloves on and cleaning. That doesn't mean that I don't keep my home tidy and that I don't wash up and do my own laundry and stuff like that. But we are all presenting different models. We're not perfect. And if we try to be perfect and present ourselves as perfect, then we're really not showing up authentically. So just with the same grace we allow ourselves not to be perfect humans, we also owe it to the men that we're gonna meet. He simply isn't gonna get everything right. Maybe he's gonna dither at the dating phase. Maybe he's not gonna be as certain or sure as you would like him to be. Maybe he's not going to be as romantic as you would like him to be. But no one gets the full package. What we do get is great raw materials to build something amazing with somebody. The next thing is, if you want to create the love that you want, you are going to have to communicate your needs and stick with it and be patient. Communicating our needs is something that we were not taught. Certainly something that I was not taught, and something that is not taught largely in the dating and relationship space. We're taught to maneuver, we're taught to position ourselves, we're taught to be quiet, and maybe we just yell our needs at the man. But we haven't really been taught that another person cannot read your mind, that what they think is cherishing for you is only maybe for you nothing. Maybe it's rude, maybe it's disrespectful, maybe it's not enough. But being able to give a man a roadmap to what pleases you is not a bad thing. I've heard it said, oh, don't let a man know what you need because he's going to do it and play you and then run off. The reality of it is, if a man is going to run off, he is going to run off. Most men who want something serious will need some direction. They will need some help. They will need you to be a bit more patient. And letting a man know what you prefer and what you would like in an interaction is not a bad thing. This is a healthy way of being in a relationship. And it's not something that you should think, well, if I have to tell him, then is it really worth it? We don't want to have those attitudes. If you're going to create a healthy relationship, make your needs known. Stick to those needs. Don't change your mind 2 minutes later. If you would like him to be the gentleman that opens doors, stick to it. Let him open the doors. Don't change your mind and start opening your own doors because, well, he's taking too long. Whatever your need is in a relationship, make it known and stick to it. Also, exercise patience. He hasn't been opening doors for women for 40, 30, 20 years of his life. He's learning something new. Habits are hard to break. Be patient with him learning to please you. And be grateful that he cares to make it happen.
Simple steps to join Black Swan community. Download the Black Swan app from either Google Play Store or Apple Store. Launch the app and tap on register. Put in your valid information, then tap on continue. Put in the verification code sent to your email to authenticate your account. Then log into your account. Be sure to accept all permissions displayed at installation stage to enjoy all the cool features in the app. You can now enjoy community of high-value women with support from coaches and trainers. Book calls with coaches, chat, post, and interact with the community. Enjoy!
Last but absolutely not least is learn the art of compromise. Relationships will require compromise. It's a dirty word in the 21st century because we want what we want. And often we have misinterpreted compromise as self-abandonment. Whenever we're coming to a compromise, it means I get much of what I want and you get much of what you want. We don't get everything of what we want. Maybe a compromise is I will get there later so that I can accommodate you. But what matters is we will both be there and we will both enjoy ourselves. But I might have to get there a little bit earlier because you can't. And you get there later, but you get the drinks. Everybody ultimately gets much of what they want. Maybe you wanted to show up together, holding hands as a wonderful couple, but maybe now you have to walk in alone and take center stage, and he's going to come a little bit later. What matters is that you are together there. Sometimes as women, and sometimes even men, we tend to nitpick over our dream, our little fantasy, how we envisioned everything. And we make mountains out of molehills, things that simply don't matter. If you're gonna be in a relationship, you're gonna have to really whittle down what matters from what doesn't, what is really an issue from what isn't an issue. A lot of the time, we make issues of things that really ultimately don't matter. But also, it's not about me determining to you what matters to you. What matters to you matters to you. If it is significant to you, it is significant to you. But if it really isn't that significant to you, and it's a take it and leave it scenario, then why make a big fuss? We're gonna have to learn as women to really sit down with ourselves and do some serious work on ourselves and ask ourselves, what are the things that are truly important to me? What are the things that are true deal breakers? If he is not doing any of these things, I have the patience and the tolerance to stick around and just enjoy the journey. How about that? So for those of us who are looking to, be in a relationship and create love, these are the 3 things that we have to understand. We must consider that it is important for us to realize that men don't come ready-made, to communicate our needs, and learn the art of compromise. If you are able to hit these 3 cliff notes in any relationship, you will have the pillars and the foundation to build something beautiful. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, but in the meantime, do take care of you. Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you gonna start practicing right away? Those 3 things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look, and I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all of your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.